We have Jim, Director of Web Strategies.
I'm going to talk about how to get traffic from Google. Basically, with our kids, we know that there are the search engines out there. There's Bing, there's Yahoo, and there's all the other ones, but Google is the big one. Google gets 80% of search traffic, so we're really going to focus on Google today. My own experience, I have over 5 years of experience building kind of big directory sites and big informational sites. So I don't necessarily, I can speak very well to what schools can do. That's what we're gonna focus on today. So we'll just start with number one. How many of you have submitted your site to, it's called Google Places? In the past, it's been called Google Local Listings. Just show of hands, how many people are in Google Places, Google Local Listings? Okay, okay, that's even more surprising than I thought. Okay, you really have to be here. So, with the search for Toronto private schools, basically you're getting all different schools in Toronto area showing up here, which is top of mind to searchers. It's above the fold. It's very likely that people are going to have some interest in this if they're not going to click on all the listings. So just a brief how to do this. You have to have a Google account. If you don't have a Google account, you would set one up. You would go into account settings, find business solutions, and go to Google Places. It's very simple to fill this out. You fill in your country, your address, and everything, and then down here, this would be key where you fill in your description and your category. When you fill in your description, you want to kind of target terms that people are looking for. So I think like a buzz term in education is specialization or individualization. But generally, people are looking for kind of broader terms or more generic terms, such as gifted kids. What do I do? What do I do if I want to enroll my gifted student into a program? So you would kind of target in your description. You would kind of target kind of more broader generic terms. When you type in category, if you start with school, it will give you suggested drop downs. A drop down with suggestions. So that would include Montessori schools, private schools. So what you'll get, just to go back, is when people type in a search related to your school, you're likely to show up in these top search results. You get free traffic from Google. It costs you nothing. It takes about 10 minutes to set up. And then within your Google account, you can track how many impressions your sort of little listing had, and how many people clicked on it, and it's provides very robust kind of information, and it's a very simple way to get traffic to your school's website. So to move on to number two, when we did a survey of people, roughly about half of people had Google Analytics installed on their website. And this also it's such a simple, quick fix, quick way of gathering information. And everyone should have Google Analytics installed on their website. Contact your webmaster or whoever runs your website and ask them to set up Google Analytics. It's very simple, and it provides just a ton of robust information. Here you get a view of where visits are coming from. So it will tell you how many unique visitors, how many page views there were in total, how many average page views, and more technical terms, things like bounce rate. And this tells you how to set it up. You need to insert the code into every footer of your website. So it really helps you understand traffic, basically. One of the questions that we had in our survey was, how do we understand what's working best? With Google Analytics, this can tell you. So if you say you do a radio advertisement, you can go to your, and it runs maybe on a Saturday or something like that. You can go to your analytics and you can view how much your traffic improved to your website. If you list with our kids.net, it will tell you here, traffic source, it'll be listed in there. Some people, I know Star Academy said that we can tell that we get a lot of traffic from our kids.net. So hopefully if you install this, you'll also find that as well. So a third one would be, I'm just going to cover some basics of SEO when you build your website. What we get with a lot of school websites and even small business websites is they tell the search engine over and over again that their website is only about their school, instead of telling the search engine what your school does, what your programs are, what specializations you might have, basically what's going on at your school, if you have the opportunity to do that. Basically, treat your website as if it's a book. What I mean by this is, if people are looking for information about, say, woodworking, and just to take an example, if you have a website called Woodworking 101, or as I say, a book called Woodworking 101, people are going to be attracted to that. They're not going to be so much attracted to a website that uses a branded or a brandable name. So when you have a website that has kind of generic name in the name of your school or in the name of your website, say Oakville Christian School has a distinct advantage in that case, because when people are looking for an Oakville Christian School, a website called Oakville Christian School is more likely to show up higher up in the search engines. Whereas if you have a website called Star Academy, it's a little more difficult to get traffic for private schools or anything generic related to your programs or your school.